All right, so this is just an off-the-cuff interview.
I figured.
It's not prepared at all, but we're going to talk about Magic together because we haven't done a Magic dedicated video yet. What's that, Sam? Why do you like Magic?
I played other TCGs for a while, and Magic is a lot more complex. The community is quite a bit larger than most other TCGs. It's really introduced me to a lot of good friends and good people. Creative deck building, you know, the excitement that comes when a new set's coming out.
Why do you think Magic has been this successful? We're coming up to 25 years. 25 years of Magic the Gathering.
Collectible card games, by nature, are pretty fun hobbies. I think it has a lot to do with the world building. Some people just like the lore. You know, iconic characters like your planeswalkers like Jace, and a lot of people just like the lore behind tribes and stuff like that. A lot of the competitive side of it is handled pretty well. I think it is a game that caters very well to its competitive scene.
Do you think a game like this could continue to flourish 20 plus years without its competitive scene?
Without any competitive scene at all, no. I think that Wizards directly supporting competitive play would have had to be necessary at some point in order for it to survive.
So there is a lot of different ways to play Magic. What's your favorite format?
I think my favorite sanctioned format is in like a format that gets regular competitive play is probably Standard. I really like that Standard now is pretty diverse. You know, there's always going to be a few decks that are above the rest. But I like that cards rotate out, and it makes you come up with fresh ideas, and new cards are always coming in, and it always introduces new and exciting decks to play.
Yeah, every 3 months there's a new set, so the standard meta can switch every 3 months.
Yep.
Theoretically.
And it always brings with it a lot of brewing, which I think people are really into. Modern is a little more fixed than Standard is by a fair margin, so I think if you're a brewer, somebody who likes innovating, somebody who likes coming up with ideas, I think Standard is a much better fit.
People kind of get fixed with the top 3 decks,
Mm-hmm.
and when there's only like 3 or 4 decks in the top of the meta rather than like 20 like in Modern, it's a lot easier to brew to combat those decks.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to brew to combat 20 Modern decks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What about Commander?
Commander, as far as non-sanctioned formats go, is easily my favorite. As far as deck building freedom and creativity and like what you can do just to build like a super flavorful deck, or maybe you're really into vampires like this, or wizards, or elves or something, you have such a creative freedom and so many things that you can do that it's just so much fun to sit there and build a deck around what you want to do and what you want to play. Like if you started in like a certain block, like if you started on Innistrad and you wanted to play like Geist or something iconic from Innistrad, like you can do that and just build a crazy deck and have so much freedom to do whatever you want with a 99 card slot deck, and everything has to be different.
Right, we got a lot of Commando players here at Acropolis, and it seems like all of you build like 5 different decks. Mm-hmm. 5, maybe more. I know people who have like 20 Commander decks. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And they're all fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very creative format, fan created. Mm-hmm. Fun fact. What do you think as a part of the community that you would like to see more of in the Magic community?
I think there should be more open-mindedness. Okay. I think players should be more willing to try out different formats and stuff. I think people are too quick to latch on to one format and just think everything else sucks.
Yeah, a lot of Magic players kind of have I don't want to get too generalized and offend anybody, but they have like kind of like an elitist characteristic, whereas they think the format that they're playing is the best format to play. Whereas, I mean, it really just depends on the person, what you like best.
That's another thing I like about Commander too, is especially with the pre-constructed decks and the supplemental products that come out, you can just take them right out of the box, sleeve them up.
Sleeve up all your cards.
Um,
All you people who don't sleeve cards, you're animals.
Travesty,
You're animals.
It hurts. It does. Sleeve them up, play them, and they're perfectly fine. They can do awesome things. They're perfectly viable. You know, they can win. They're very fun to play, and then you can put as much or as little as you want into it, and it will always be decent.
4 commander sets that came out today were sold out, but we're going to be ordering more. Vampires, wizards, dragons, and cats. What is your favorite one?
Out of the box, I actually really like cats. Cats is super sweet, and you can build them tons of different ways. You know, there's equipment matters. There's like really fast aggro strategies.
We'll be moving to a new location with bigger play space, bigger cases and whatnot. Is there any products that we don't have or stuff that you want us to hold for Magic?
I definitely think if you can get more like Eclipse sleeves and stuff like that.
Oh, we're trying.
Yeah, no, I think everywhere is trying. It's tough. Dice would be cool.
Like D20s.
Yeah, some like different D20s and stuff. I would probably buy a lot of Future Sight if it was here. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my, Future Sight. Hold it up.
My name's Caleb.
This is our new Caleb.
Yeah.
Because Caleb.
What's up?
Because the other Caleb's not here.
Actually, I guess we could just do this, huh? I can be Caleb and he can be Caleb.
No, you can be Caleb. He can be Caleb.
Okay. All right, I'll take that deal, I guess. As long as it's one side of the name tag, you know.
One side of the name.
So Death Note. I'm kidding.
Kill me. Video's over.